Our next presentation, once again, will be from Health Canada. This will be a joint presentation by Kourtney Adams and Mirjana, I will try your last name, Pilipovic. Allow me the opportunity to introduce you a little bit about each person. Kourtney is the Regional Regulatory Compliance and Enforcement Specialist within the Regulatory Operations and Enforcement Branch at Health Canada. Kourtney has visited a facility across Canada and has conducted inspections under marijuana and medical purposes regulations, otherwise known as the MMPR. The Access to Cannabis for Medical Regulations, ACMPR, and the Controlled Drug Substance Act, CDSA. From her experience, she has obtained a great depth of knowledge in the cannabis industry. A little bit about Mirjana. She's the acting regional manager in the Cannabis Directorate of Health Canada, which is responsible for conducting inspections of regulations inspection of regulated parties under the Cannabis Act and regulations, as well as to promote and verify regulatory compliance within Canada's cannabis industry. She too has been an inspector for a number of years and has conducted inspection under MMPR, ACMPR, and CDSA. Today, Mirjana will be sharing with us the overview of the new regulations to edible cannabis, cannabis extracts, and cannabis topicals. And Kourtney will be sharing with us what to expect during the cannabis inspection. I'm going to invite Mirjana up first. Take the podium. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. My name is Mirjana Pilipovic, and as I said, I'm the acting regional manager for the Central Region in the Cannabis Directorate. So my colleague Kourtney Adams and I will be providing two presentations today. So first, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the amended cannabis regulations, and then Kourtney will provide a presentation on inspections. So as you know, the sale of the 3 new classes of cannabis products are now authorized under the Cannabis Act. 2 supporting pieces also came into force on the same day as the amendments to the Cannabis Act on October 17, 2019. The regulations amending the cannabis regulations, the new classes of cannabis, came into force, and they established requirements to address the public health and public safety risks of the new classes. The Cannabis Tracking Systems Order establishes the new reporting requirements for inventory, production, and the sale of the new classes of products. Today's presentation will provide an overview of the requirements for the new classes, which are the edible cannabis, cannabis extracts, and cannabis topicals. The presentation is going to focus on the amendments to the 5 parts, or certain 5 parts of the cannabis regulations. So part 2, which is licensing, GPP, or good production practices, which is part 5, cannabis products, part 6, packaging and labeling, which is part 7, and part 11, retention of documents and information. Today, I will also briefly speak to the new provisions on promotions and some of the documents that have been incorporated by reference into the new cannabis regulations, and very briefly about some of the ongoing outreach work that Health Canada is doing. Today's presentation, we've got about 50 minutes each, Kourtney and I, so it's very, very high level. I do encourage you all, if you haven't had the opportunity already, to review the regulatory amendments for more detail. There's also a number of different guidance documents available on Health Canada's website, and I encourage you to review all the different documents depending on what it is you're looking for.